initially was in engineering because I liked math and science, but I wanted to do something a little more creative, but also involved with the environment. So that's when I found landscape architecture, because it kind of combined all those disciplines that I was interested in.
Being a part of this exhibit in the flower show is just a really nice way to end my time at Temple Ambler. It's a beautiful full circle moment. The flower show is what kind of brought me into professional horticulture, and having my educational horticultural career come to a close with the flower show feels like a really nice place to cap it off.
So the name of Temple's exhibit this year is Piers, Progress and Processes, and the subtitle is Charting a New Course for a More Bountiful Future.
I think the goal of our project is to be on the theme of the flower show this year is United by Flowers, and we're trying to show the history of Pennsport that I think a lot of people might not recognize at first because it's not as well known. So tell that history and also tell the future story of what Pennsport will look like.
So the specific aspect of the exhibit that I'm working on is sort of the shed area, which is going to be sort of made to look like an old industrial building that's like been taken over by somewhat invasive or just like really aggressive plants.
For the exhibit, I'm working on a community garden. So there's also some initiatives like seed programs, tool sharing programs, just trying to show people what a community garden can look like.
For the part that I'm working on, I'm also working with them on the shed and the community garden, as well as like the side port area. We're incorporating a gabion wall to kind of include the side of the community garden and then the port area.
Yeah, we're kind of connecting toward the top of the exhibit when you get to the platform. We're connecting to Simone's group, who has a kind of industrial look at the town of Pennsport and some of the buildings. So we're kind of having a wall that kind of reflects that as well, and kind of lets you see through some of the decay as time has passed from the overtake of plants, and also like some artifacts and nautical themes that you would find in that neighborhood.
The aspect I'm working on for our exhibit is the paths section. So that includes the entrance ramp, there's a level landing, and then there's an exit ramp as well. So the entrance ramp follows more of that nautical theme, and then as you go onto the landing and exit, it has to do more with like the community of Pennsport and a little more industrial, I would say.
I'm working on the pools, or like the water feature. That's kind of like a focal point at the beginning of the exhibit. So that goes along with the entrance path about being like highlighting some of the piers and some of the more nautical elements of the story we're telling.
And I'm working on the port area. I'm trying to tell a story and also educate who is going to see our exhibit about what rich history Philadelphia has when it came to like the Delaware River and the trading history we had, and to show them that this is something that people actually need to know, that we used to be like the top trading place like back in the days.
Being able to force our own plants for our exhibit gives us the opportunity to both be more flexible with regards to our plant material. We are able to grow unusual native plants that most people would not be able to source commercially. It also gives our students hands-on experience working in the greenhouse with plant production, plant timing, and things like that. The natural dormancy of plants used in our region is usually broken by heat and humidity of spring weather. So we are both adding extra heat, extra humidity in our greenhouse, as well as extending day length. We're using around 60 different kinds of plants this year for our flower show exhibit, focusing on plants that are both native to this region as well as invasive. So riparian plants are going to be included, so things like sambucus, elderberry, skunk cabbage, equisetum, juncus, other native wetland plants. We're also including a dock in our theme, so we're looking at plants that have been brought in, perhaps unintentionally. So things like empress tree, Paulownia tomentosa, which is now considered an invasive species in our region, but was originally introduced via packing material for crates and things that were packed like china, fragile items.
It definitely helps with skill building. I don't think I had a lot of experience with power tools before this class. And I'm excited to get a really hands-on learning experience. I think that's something, again, why I chose Temple University is I want to get lots of different experiences in the classroom, outside of the classroom. So yeah.
What we're designed to do is the design build, and I think it helped us for our future. we brought something that was on paper and then pencil to life. And I think that's a major component of the outside world, is not just designing it on paper and drawing it, but actually building it and seeing the process and using the materials and see how they work together and helping it come to life and have an audience at the flower show, you know.
It means a lot. You know, when I was first coming in here as a horticulture student and I saw all the preparation that was going into the flower show, I was in absolute awe. This is a super special moment. I mean, we're still one of the only exhibits that grows our own plants for our exhibit. For someone that didn't really know where they were going in life and, you know, had confusion here and there, this is just super special to me and it means a lot.
We've all seen community gardens. They're often all look alike. They're very uninteresting and, you know, they can grow your food there, whatever, but we're going to provide some examples of how to do it a little bit differently, a little bit more creatively, that maybe, and provide a designer's touch to it that is something that we hope that people will take some of those ideas home with them. We'll also be harvesting rainwater.
Yep. Reusable techniques.
Yep. So these are all sort of underlying takeaways